Imagine waking up one morning to find 3.4 million workers vanished. Canada's economy in free fall. What happens when all immigrants disappear? With the current scenarios, I'm pretty sure you must have heard a lot of people are complaining about how immigrants are ruining this country.
Rocketing cost of living is difficult for both people who've lived in Canada for a long time.
Resident targets as there are none. We have to take a look at that and rein it in many areas.
After 8 years of Trudeau, many immigrants feel like they're better off where they came from.
But is it actually true? So let's explore a scenario where every single immigrant in Canada leave. No warnings, no goodbyes, just gone. Which means close to 25% of Canada's workforce is gone, including 335,000 healthcare workers, more than 150,000 tech professionals, and close to 100,000 trade people. So the people who are telling immigrants to leave, they are not understanding that they are bringing close to $113 billion to the GDP of Canada. And if we put that together on the map of Canada, that means it's equivalent to British Columbia and Alberta together. Well, that's huge. Another thing that will happen when immigrants will disappear is the closure of all the immigrants' owned businesses. That means the restaurants, the small businesses, as well as the trucking industry that combined generate over $100 billion in the revenue and towards the GDP of Canada. And for a country that is under a debt of $2 trillion and paying $52 billion in just interest rates, that's a huge hit. But you know what? Enough talking about the numbers. Let's talk about how it's going to affect the day-to-day life of Canadians. Well, Canada's economy will crumble and this country will be in chaos. Because without having 335,000 healthcare people, the healthcare system, which is already a mess, will go in severe understaff, leading to reduced in services and longer wait time. Well, what more longer it can be. But who cares, right? One thing that I have learned living here over the last 7 years is that close to 90% of all the diseases can be cured by Tylenol. So who needs hospital anyways, right? Not funny. And if the skilled trade people will leave, that will cause the increase in the construction rate as well as resulting in skyrocketing housing market. Now let's talk about the population growth. Without immigrants, Canada's growth population will decline by 200,000 people every single year. This would lead to an aging population, decrease in consumer demand, and decreased economic activity. Not just that, Canadians on the other side post-COVID are retiring early. Now the retirement age is closer to 45 years old. So on one side, they don't want to work. On the other side, according to Pew Research 2020, 25% of the people of the age group of 18 to 49 do not want to have kids, which together led to an aging population crisis, just like what Japan is facing from past couple of years. And in short, the only way to have a younger workforce is through immigration. Well, that's a lot of mess. And this scenario might be hypothetical, but we need to understand the importance of immigrants and what they are bringing into the table. So let's appreciate and celebrate their contribution together. Let's make a more welcoming community. Let's work towards creating a more inclusive and welcoming Canada. Let me know in comments what are your thoughts on immigrants disappearing from Canada. And if you have stayed till here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell icon so that you get updated whenever we post videos like this. And I'll see you guys next week.